Hi friends! Let's talk about something real, something more powerful than diamonds, dream houses, and pink convertibles. Let's talk about emotional balance. Because here's the truth, you can have the perfect outfit, the perfect job, the perfect smile. But if your emotions are in chaos, you'll never feel truly free. Barbie knows that the world doesn't always sparkle. Even in Malibu, the sun hides behind clouds sometimes. And that's okay. Because emotional balance isn't about keeping the sun shining, it's about learning to shine through the storm. You see, emotions are like accessories. They add color, depth, and style to your personality. But if you let them pile up without organization, they'll overwhelm you. So Barbie organizes them. She treats her emotions like her wardrobe, curated, intentional, and perfectly balanced. Because emotional balance is not about being neutral, it's about being centered. It's the art of staying calm in chaos, kind in conflict, and strong in struggle. You, my friend, have that same power. It's in you right now, waiting to be awakened. Barbie doesn't let emotions control her decisions. She listens to them, learns from them, and then leads them. Because she knows that emotions are messengers, not masters. When she feels joy, she celebrates it. When she feels sadness, she honors it. When she feels anger, she channels it into purpose. That's balance, not avoidance awareness. Because emotional balance doesn't come from ignoring your feelings. It comes from understanding them. Barbie stands in front of her mirror every morning, not just to check her outfit, but to check her mindset. She asks herself, what emotion am I choosing to wear today? Because emotions, like fashion, are choices. You can choose to wear resentment, or you can choose to wear grace. You can choose stress, or you can accessorize with peace. And that choice, my friend, defines your day. Barbie knows one universal truth: balance begins with awareness. You can't manage what you won't face. You can't heal what you won't name. So she takes time to listen to her thoughts, to her body, to her soul. Because emotional imbalance always whispers before it shouts. Barbie practices emotional reflection the way she practices self-care. Every day, she cleanses her mind of overthinking, moisturizes her heart with gratitude, and applies forgiveness as her emotional sunscreen. And let me tell you, that glow, it's not makeup, it's peace. When Barbie faces a challenge, she doesn't panic. She pauses. She takes a deep breath, straightens her posture, and reminds herself, I control my energy. Because balance begins with breath. And a single calm breath is stronger than 1,000 chaotic thoughts. Barbie has bad days too, moments when her plans fall apart, when someone misunderstands her, when life feels too loud. But she doesn't spiral. She centers. She walks barefoot on the sand, feeling the earth beneath her feet. She reminds herself she's grounded, stable, whole. That's emotional alignment, when your heart, mind, and actions move in harmony. And you can have that too. You don't need Malibu. You just need mindfulness. Barbie's emotional secret? She doesn't resist her emotions. She redirects them. Anger becomes action. Fear becomes focus. Sadness becomes softness. Because emotions are energy, and energy is meant to move. When you try to suppress your emotions, you suffocate your sparkle. When you express them with intention, you expand your power. Barbie treats emotional balance like ballet: graceful, disciplined, precise. Because strength without softness is brittle, and softness without strength is powerless. You need both. The fire and the calm. The dream and the discipline. That's the duality of true balance. Barbie doesn't chase perfection, she practices presence. Because perfection creates pressure. Presence creates peace. She knows that being emotionally balanced doesn't mean you never fall, it means you always rise with grace. When Barbie feels overwhelmed, she doesn't scroll endlessly or hide behind a smile. She pauses, sips tea, journals her thoughts, and asks, what is this emotion teaching me? Because emotions aren't obstacles, they're invitations to grow. Barbie's dream house isn't just filled with mirrors, it's filled with reflection. She reflects not on how others see her, but how she sees herself. That's the foundation of emotional mastery, self-honesty. You can't balance what you're pretending doesn't exist. Barbie learned that emotional balance is not built overnight, it's built daily. Through small rituals, through self-awareness, through patience. Because balance is a practice, not a destination. Some days, Barbie wakes up glowing with positivity. Other days, she wakes up drained. But on both days, she shows up with love. Because balance isn't about feeling good all the time, it's about feeling real all the time. When Barbie feels hurt, she doesn't seek revenge, she seeks understanding. When she feels fear, she doesn't freeze, she moves forward slowly, with grace. Because every emotion, even the uncomfortable ones, can serve you if you let them. Barbie's mantra is simple emotions are signals, not stop signs. They tell you what's off balance. They tell you what needs attention. They guide you toward healing. Barbie turns emotional awareness into power. She doesn't say, I'm too sensitive. She says, I'm deeply connected. Because sensitivity isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Barbie knows her emotions are like waves, sometimes calm, sometimes wild. But no matter what, she remains the ocean, vast, powerful, unshaken. That's emotional maturity. That's balance in motion. Barbie practices gratitude daily. Because gratitude is the emotional anchor that keeps her steady when life's winds blow strong. And she protects her peace like it's her favorite limited edition outfit, because not everyone deserves access to it. Emotional boundaries are self-respect in action. Barbie knows this. It's not your job to manage other people's moods. It's your job to protect your own. So she chooses calm over chaos, peace over pleasing, presence over perfection. When someone brings negativity, Barbie doesn't absorb it, she reflects it back with love. Like sunlight bouncing off a diamond. That's emotional elegance. Barbie believes emotional balance begins where comparison ends. Because the moment you compare your journey, you disrupt your harmony. She stays in her lane, focused, graceful, radiant. And that's how she wins, by being in alignment with herself. Barbie forgives quickly, not because others always deserve it, but because she deserves peace. Forgiveness, for her, is emotional decluttering. It's removing what no longer fits her energy. And when she feels lost, she reconnects with gratitude, because gratitude always brings her home. She knows when your heart is thankful, your emotions align. Barbie's emotional balance radiates through everything she does, her walk, her voice. Because emotional control isn't loud, it's poised. It's the quiet confidence of a woman who knows herself. And that, my friend, is magnetic. You can build that too. By choosing calm when others choose chaos. By responding instead of reacting. By standing tall in your truth. Even when emotions try to shake you. Barbie reminds you, emotional balance doesn't mean avoiding feelings. It means mastering the art of flowing with them. Because when your inner world is calm, your outer world follows. That's how Barbie lives centered, glowing, balanced. And you can too. Feel deeply. Think clearly. Act gracefully. That's emotional balance, the invisible crown that every strong woman wears. Now go out there, friend, and wear yours with pride. Because the world doesn't need another perfect woman. It needs a balanced one. Sparkling heart sparkles. Barbie,